Hi guys, so today I wanted to share an activation code that's been coming through, and what I'm going to call this is the evolved version of manifestation. I want to talk to you about manifestation and desires today in a way that you've probably never heard of it before. So when we think of desires, what normally happens is we believe they are something outside of ourselves. There's something external. They are separate to us. I have a desire for this thing. How am I going to make it happen? Now, anytime you ask the question, how, you're speaking from your ego. Your higher self never asks how. She knows. You are a multi-dimensional, infinite being of knowledge. You don't ask how. You know. So the minute you're asking how, you've slipped into an ego voice. Now, the way that manifestation is typically taught is kind of around the idea of physical plane. What I want to talk to you about is actually how manifestation is very much the process of unfolding into more of who you are. Manifestation is much less about physical and more about actually the person you become. It's emotional alchemy on a physical kind of level, I guess. So when we normally think about manifesting, so let's do an example because it's always easier. You are desiring to sign 2 more one-to-one clients this month, okay? Let's use that as an example. Now, ordinarily, we feel the desire and we do 2 things. We ask the question, but how? And normally, closely followed is, but can I have this? Am I worthy of this? Those 2 things very much point to a belief that desires are separate to me. It's this exclusion of desires. Like, actually, I'm not seeing the desire as who I am, as an aspect of myself that is trying to come through. I'm seeing it as something external I must now attain, but can I attain it? So that's where a lot of the density comes in, the resistance around what you're struggling. You know, if you're struggling to manifest right now, I'm guaranteed it's because it's based on a very ego level, a very physical plane. So how I want you to start seeing the activation code of this, it's up to you whether you accept it or not. The activation code is actually seeing desires as higher versions of you asking to be stepped into. So when you have a desire, what is a desire? It's an emotion, it's energy, right? So it's an emotional experience, it's non-physical. It is signaling from your higher self to you that you are now ready to step into the person. Sorry, I'm getting a call. You are now ready to step into the person who can hold safe space for 2 more one-to-one clients. It isn't about the one-to-one clients. It is about you unfolding into more of who you really are, and you're now being told you are ready to take that next step. So from this point of view, the evolved version of manifestation is all about emotional alchemy. It is all about now healing and becoming the version of me that is calling me forward. That is the desire. You can almost see it like, that's just dropped in. The visual of your higher self like calling you forward. And she speaks to you through desires. That's how she gets you to follow the breadcrumbs, is through your desires. So it is not about the physical manifestation. It is about who you become in the process that is the manifestation. Right? Because if you think about it, if you were to focus basically on physical manifestation, like, okay, so I want to sign 2 more one-to-one clients. How am I going to do this? Okay, the ego-based level is all focused on the physical. It's the how. So you're going to say things like, okay, well, I need to show up more in my stories. I need to write more content posts that have a call to action to sign up for my offer. I need to be more visible. I need to do an Instagram live this week or a Facebook live. Those are all very much mechanical, physical level movements. And we know that the physical plane is the densest plane. It takes time, it is linear. So when you hear people talking about quantum leaping or collapsing time, it is because they are not focused on the physical realm. They are interacting with a quantum field They are literally doing the internal work of cleansing their space, cleaning up their energy. So what does this look like? So for example, it looks like clearing up all the triggers, the resistance, the fear-based programming around that next level desire that you feel you're being called towards. It's around clearing up all of the emotional baggage, the trauma, the unhealed, unprocessed wounds that are trying to kind of prevent you from stepping forward. That is the emotional alchemy. We literally transmute resistance, pain, discomfort into power. And that is the process of becoming a creator of your reality. So the other mistake that we make, which I'm hoping this is now going to clear up for you, is that we see ourselves as not worthy of what we desire, right? So we think, oh, but who am I to have 2 one-to-one clients? When I ask myself that, or when I see my desire as something that I'm not worthy of, it's because I am purely focused on the physical aspect of it. I haven't recognized that the reason I even have the desire is because a part of me that holds that desire is asking to be stepped into. So asking whether I'm worthy of something is redundant. You have a desire for this thing. The physical manifestation is literally only the result of who you're being asked to step into. It's the same thing as asking, how am I going to sign these 2 one-to-one clients? That's a redundant question. The 2 one-to-one clients are there at the level that you're being asked to step into. It's not about the 2 one-to-one clients. It's about the universe asking you, your higher self asking you to step into this higher expression of yourself. So from this aspect, desires and manifestations aren't about the physical. It is purely energetics. And that is when you experience quantum leaps, collapsing time. You become a powerful creator because you recognize that you are the master of physical, not the other way around. The physical evidence only ever appears because of who you've become. And that is the power, and that is the version, the evolved version of manifestation that you're being asked to step into. It's not a physical plane scenario. It is not an ego-based scenario. You are far more powerful than that.